Welcome back. Today, we're tackling a challenge that every automation professional eventually faces. What do you do when the system you need to automate doesn't have an API? What about that legacy accounting software from 2005? Or that government website that only works in Internet Explorer? This is where UiPath comes in. UiPath is a leader in robotic process automation, or RPA, and it's the tool for automating the unautomatable. Let's understand what RPA actually is. API automation works by communicating with an application's backend through a structured interface, the API. It's fast, reliable, and efficient, but it requires the application to have an API. RPA works differently. Instead of talking to the backend, it interacts with the user interface, the actual screen. It moves the mouse, clicks buttons, types text, and reads values from the screen, just like a human would. This means it can automate any application that a human can use, regardless of whether it has an API. The trade-off is that RPA is more brittle. If the UI changes, a button moves, a window resizes, the robot can break. But for legacy systems, it's often the only option. UiPath's main tool for building robots is UiPath Studio. UiPath Studio is a visual, drag-and-drop environment where you design your automation. You can record your actions, literally perform the task once, while UiPath records every click and keystroke. UiPath has a rich library of pre-built activities for common tasks. It also has powerful features for handling errors and exceptions, which is critical for RPA, since the UI can be unpredictable. The decision of when to use UiPath is actually quite simple. That's the golden rule. Always try to use an API-based tool first. Only reach for UiPath when you have no other choice. When you're dealing with a legacy desktop application, a website with no API, or a process that requires interacting with a physical user interface. In enterprise environments, UiPath is incredibly valuable because there are always legacy systems that can't be replaced but need to be integrated into modern workflows. Knowing how to use UiPath makes you a much more complete automation professional. UiPath is a powerful and important tool in the automation landscape. It solves a real and common problem: how to automate systems that weren't designed to be automated. In your project today, you'll work through a conceptual design exercise for a UiPath automation, thinking through the steps a robot would need to take to complete a task in a legacy system. This will sharpen your thinking about when and how to apply RPA. Let's get to it. Enjoyed this lesson? Stay ahead of the curve in AI automation. Join our newsletter at news@makeittakeit.org for the latest news, tips, tool updates, and upcoming events delivered straight to your inbox. We would love to have you in our community.